political problem.
All right, that's a very fair point you make. Taj Mohiuddin, let me first take up the point made by Muzaffar Hussain Beg that the greatest irritant to a solution and to calm and order is your Chief Minister. Has Omar Abdullah lost credibility to the point at which today he's become a liability?
I can't comment on it. I don't know what Mr. Beg is saying, whether he is serious about it or not. If he wants to take the political mileage out of this, that's something else.
When you say you can't comment on it, are you also refusing to defend the Chief Minister and to state clearly that he should continue and that he remains credible?
He is my Chief Minister and I have to defend him, but I have not to reply the absurd questions.
Okay. What about the second point made both by Siddique Wahid and earlier by Omar Farooq, that Delhi in a sense has not understood and is not responding to the aspirations of the Kashmiri people? And even though Siddique Wahid accepts that you can't take a political initiative at the moment when there is a serious problem on the streets, nonetheless Delhi needs to begin juggling and talking about it and giving that clear message that they are ready and prepared to do it once the situation allows them to do so. Is Delhi failing to take that step?
I agree to some extent. Partially I agree with Mr. Wahid, what he says, that the situation is not, it is more political than economic, but both the things we have to take in consideration: the unemployment, which has forced the unemployed youth to come out, most of them, and the discontent among the youth, because for last 20 years this is hanging, this issue is hanging.
But can I interrupt?
Do something about
can I interrupt? You began by saying that you agree to some extent with Mr. Wahid. Therefore, do you think Delhi needs to sit up and take cognizance of Mr. Wahid's advice?
Well, both the state government and the Delhi have to take some steps about it.
Let me go back to... Yes, go ahead, finish your point.
We have to start confidence building measure among the alienated youth and as well as the people of Kashmir.
Let me go back to Omar Farooq. Mirwaiz Farooq, given the situation on the streets today, the position taken by the Chief Minister, and I imagine it's endorsed by Delhi, is that let there be just a semblance of calm and order and the government can start reaching out with political initiatives and recognition of political aspirations. Do you really believe that that is the wrong priority?
Well, I think that, to be honest enough, nobody is ready to trust what the Chief Minister is saying or what New Delhi is saying, because people are feeling betrayed. I mean, they are disgruntled. They have lost every hope in the institution of dialogue. I mean, to be honest enough, there is anger and resentment against the mainstream parties, whether there is the National Conference or the PDP. There is also disappointment vis-a-vis, I would say, people of the Hurriyat as well, because they feel that, the Hurriyat Conference was talking about dialogue, was talking about engagement, was talking about the need to address the problem politically. I mean, we tried, but what did we get? I mean, New Delhi has always tried to procrastinate the issue. And I feel that today we are in a situation where the credibility of the whole dialogue process and whatever Delhi says is under a huge question mark. And today, dialogue is equated to a sellout. And so nobody is ready to trust people in Delhi or the Chief Minister in Srinagar. Second point which I want to make is important. See, this is not about, the present problem is not about administration. You have to understand, Karan, that this is the fifth generation after 1947. You have young boys on the streets today. I mean, they are politically mature. They know what's happening around. They have lived in the conflict. They have seen their kith and kins die. They have seen probably their brothers, their fathers die. So they need a permanent settlement. We don't want half-hearted steps. We want a permanent solution to the problem. And I think that can only be achieved when there is a recognition to the fact that India has to come out of this denial mode, that Kashmir is not a problem, it's an administrative problem, it's an economic problem, it's a problem of employment. I mean, what is this? I'm hearing that, they are going to announce some economic packages for the surrendered militants and they're going to give some money. It's I feel humiliated as a Kashmiri that, when I hear people in Delhi saying, okay, let's give them an economic package, let's give them some money, let's give them some incentives, and they will keep quiet.
Okay.